Again, welcome back to my channel. Did you know that over 90% of human communication is nonverbal? That means a woman could be showing you clear signs that she's interested in you and you wouldn't even realize it. Most guys miss these subtle signals, not because they're not paying attention, but because they don't know what to look for. By the end of this video, you'll have a crystal clear understanding of the signals women send when they're attracted to you. Even better, you'll know exactly how to respond with confidence, and make sure you stick around until the end, because I've got a bonus tip that most men never figure out, one that separates guys who effortlessly attract women from those who are constantly left wondering what went wrong. Welcome to Emma, your go-to channel for real, relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. One hyper-awareness of your presence. When a woman is attracted to you, her awareness of your presence heightens sometimes without her even realizing it. It's not just about her looking at you, it's about how often and how subtly she does it. You walk into a coffee shop and she glances up. That's normal, but then a few minutes later she does it again. Maybe she adjusts her posture slightly, tucks her hair behind her ear, or straightens her back as if subconsciously preparing herself to be noticed. That's her brain registering your presence, because when we're drawn to someone, our awareness happens. Psychologists call this selective attention. It's the same reason you suddenly start seeing the car you just bought everywhere on the road. When something or someone is important to you, your mind locks onto it. A study published in the Psychological Science journal affirms that attraction increases our ability to notice and track a person's movements, even in a crowded room. So if she seems to always be aware of where you are, chances are you're on her radar for more than just casual observation. 2, such as her hair. Now, before you assume every woman who fixes her hair is interested in you, let's break this down properly. Women play with their hair for many reasons, but when it happens in the context of attraction, it's often subconscious grooming. Pay attention to when she does it. If she's twirling a strand between her fingers, brushing it back repeatedly, or adjusting it when she talks to you, these are classic pring behaviors, small instinctive actions designed to enhance appearance and draw attention. Think of it this way: when people are attracted to someone, they naturally want to look their best, and research in evolutionary psychology supports. This study suggests that women instinctively adjust their appearance when they feel a surge of attraction. It's why a woman might suddenly become hyper-aware of a smudged lipstick or straighten her dress when talking to someone she finds attractive. So if she's playing with her hair every time you speak, especially if she's making eye contact while doing it, there's a strong chance she's subconsciously signaling interest. 3, she licks her lips. The lips are one of the most sensual and expressive parts of the body. They're tied to attraction in ways you might not even realize. If a woman subtly licks or moistens her lips while looking at you, it's not just random, it's often an unconscious signal of interest. Think about it. You're mid-EC conversation, and she suddenly licks her lips just for a split second while maintaining eye contact. It's a micro-expression, a brief involuntary movement that reveals what someone is feeling before they even realize it themselves. Why does this happen? Attraction has physiological effects on the body. When a woman finds someone attractive, her body prepares for connection, and one of the things that happen is increased saliva production. A study published in the Journal of Behavioral Psychology explains that our mouths naturally become drier when we're nervous or excited, causing us to lick our lips more often. But here's the key: context matters. If she licks her lips while she's talking to you, looks at your lips while you speak, or even lightly bites her lower lip, she's not just keeping them moisturized, she's signaling that she's paying attention to you in a way that goes beyond casual conversation. 4, she mirrors your body language. Most people don't even realize when they do this, but mirroring is one of the strongest non-verbal ways we build connection with someone. It's an instinctive way of saying, I'm on the same wavelength as you. You lean in slightly while talking. She does the same. You cross your legs, and a few moments later she crosses hers. You take a sip of your drink, and suddenly she reaches for hers too. This is called the chameleon effect, a phenomenon where people unconsciously mimic the behavior of someone they're attracted to, Why does this happen? Because mirroring builds trust, and connection research in social psychology has shown that people are more likely to feel comfortable and engaged with those who reflect their movements, speech patterns, or energy level. Think about the last time you had a conversation with someone you really connected with. Chances are you started adopting similar gestures and even facial expressions without realizing it. The same thing happens when a woman is interested in you. So if you start noticing her subtly matching your movements, take it as a strong sign that she's tuned into you more than anyone else in the room. 5, she shows her neck. The neck is one of the most delicate and vulnerable areas of the body. And when a woman exposes it around you, whether consciously or unconsciously, it can be a strong indicator of attraction. Have you ever known? Noticed a woman tilting her head slightly while talking to you? Maybe she runs her fingers along her collarbone, plays with a necklace, or gently touches the side of her neck. These small, instinctive movements aren't random. They're subtle signals of openness and trust from an evolutionary perspective. Exposing the neck is a subconscious way of signaling femininity and vulnerability. It's the same reason people naturally tilt their heads when they're deeply engaged in a conversation. It creates an inviting, approachable presence. Psychologists suggest that these gestures stem from preying behaviors which are designed to draw attention in a subtle but effective way. If she's doing this while looking at you or during key moments in your conversation, it's likely a sign that she's comfortable and interested. Before we proceed, if you find value in this video, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us grow and makes you an integral part of our journey, and we deeply appreciate your contribution. Now let's return to our discussion. 6, she positions herself closer to you. This is one of the most overlooked signs because it happens so naturally. When a woman is drawn to someone, she'll unconsciously find ways to shrink the physical space between you. You're at a social gathering, standing in a group. Every time the conversation shifts, you notice she's right there close enough that she could easily brush against you. She might lean in slightly when you speak, angle her body toward you, or even find reasons to stand next to you instead of across from you. This is what's known as proximity theory, a concept in psychology that explains how physical closeness increases attraction. Studies show that the more accessible someone makes themselves to you, the stronger the likelihood of a connection forming. Here's the thing, people don't gravitate toward things they're not interested in if she's choosing to position herself near you, especially when she has other options. It's not an accident, it's an instinct. 7, she makes prolonged eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful unspoken ways people communicate interest. A fleeting glance might not mean much, but when a woman maintains eye contact with you longer than usual, it's often a deliberate attempt to establish a connection. Think about the last time you locked eyes with someone in a way that felt meaningful. It wasn't just a glance, it lasted a second or two. Longer than normal, maybe even just enough to make you wonder if it was intentional, if she doesn't immediately break the gaze, or if she looks away and then back at you. That's a classic sign of attraction. There's actual science behind this. Dr. Arthur Aaron, a psychologist famous for his research on attraction, did a study where strangers were asked to maintain eye contact for just 4 minutes. The results, many participants reported feeling intense connection. Some even described it as falling in love. That's because prolonged eye contact stimulates oxytocin production, the hormone linked to bonding and attraction. So if she's making eye contact and holding it for just a little longer than necessary, she's not just looking, she's inviting you into a deeper, unspoken moment of connection. 8, she shows her palms. Most people don't realize how much their hands reveal about their true feelings. But in body language, open palm gestures are one of the clearest indicators of openness, trust, and receptivity. Imagine this, you're talking to a woman and she's gesturing naturally with her hands, her palms often facing up. Or maybe she rests her hands on the table with her palms visible rather than tucked away or hidden. These small, more subtle movements show that she's comfortable around you and, more importantly, open to the interaction. On the flip side, closed fists, crossed arms, or hands tucked out of sight, those are classic defensive gestures. Body language experts suggest that when we trust someone, we instinctively show more of ourselves, literally. Open palms indicate honesty, warmth, and a willingness to engage. This is why great public speakers often use open hand gestures. It makes them appear more trustworthy. The same principle applies in personal interactions. If a woman keeps her hands visible and expressive while talking to you, especially with her palms open, she's not just engaged in the conversation, she's subconsciously signaling that she's comfortable, relaxed, and possibly attracted to you. 9. She playfully touches you. Touch is one of the strongest indicators of attraction, and when a woman initiates physical contact, even subtly, it's rarely accidental. Pay attention to the small touches. Maybe she taps your arm when she laughs at your joke. Maybe she playfully nudges you when teasing you about something. Or maybe as she's talking, she lightly places her hand on your forearm for just a second. These are all ways of testing comfort and creating physical closeness. Think about it. People don't touch those they feel indifferent about. If she's making an effort to establish casual physical contact, she's subconsciously bridging the space between you. Touch also triggers a chemical response. When we experience physical touch, our bodies release oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. It's the same chemical that strengthens emotional connections between couples. That's why even a simple touch like brushing shoulders as you walk or a quick playful push can intensify feelings of attraction without a single word being spoken. But here is the key: context matters. If she's finding reasons to initiate touch, especially in a playful, flirty way, there's a good chance she's testing the waters to see how you'll respond. Bonus point: how to respond to these signals. If you've made it this far, you're officially part of our real community. So here's your well-earned bonus tip. Spotting attraction cues is one thing, but knowing how to respond is where most men fumble. It's not enough to recognize the signs. You need to react in a way that builds attraction without overdoing it. Here's how. If she makes eye contact, hold it for just a second longer before smiling. A confident gaze followed by a subtle smile. Show self-assurance without coming across as intense. If she mirrors your movement, slowly change your posture and see if she follows suit. This will confirm that she's subconsciously tuned into you. If she playfully touches you, reciprocate Kate subtly. This doesn't mean grabbing her, just something natural, like a light touch on her forearm. When emphasizing a point, small, confident gestures reinforce connection. If she moves close to you, don't step back. A lot of guys panic and instinctively shift away, not realizing she's closing the gap on purpose. Instead, stay grounded, hold your space and lean in slightly when responding to her. The key: confidence. Women respond to men who are aware but not desperate, confident but not arrogant. Attraction isn't about chasing, it's about recognizing signals and responding in a way that lets the connection grow naturally. If you've watched till this point, I want you to comment below. I see the signs. That way I'll know you're part of the real community, the ones who actually pay attention and want to level up in their interactions. If you got value from this video, hit the like button. It's one of the easiest ways to support the channel, and it helps more people see this content. Plus, it lets us keep bringing you high quality videos like this every single day. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and turn on notifications, because we break down attraction, confidence, and dating dynamics in a way that's simple, practical, and actually works. Also, share this video with a friend who might be missing out on these signals. Help them out. You never know who needs to hear this. We've also recommended the perfect video for you on your screen right now. Click on it, and we'll see you back here in the next video.